About ready to jump it up. It will be the uber-talented freshman Cameron Brink jumping it up for Stanford against Niara Sabali for Oregon. Oregon wears the white with the pink trim in this Play for K game to honor Kay Yao, and it is Stanford who wins the tip.
And you see Oregon starting out in man-to-man defense. This is a team that switches up between their zone and man based on whether they make or miss on the offensive end.
On the drive, Jones lays it in. Take a look at the Oregon starting lineup in this game. One thing to note here, Sydney Parrish, Rebecca, getting her first career start.
Yeah, Sydney Parrish led the team in scoring the first time they played with 14 points.
Oh, great D on the inside by Brink, who has been a shot-blocking maestro. 28 blocks over her last 7 games entering this one. Corner 3 won't go. Nice job guiding the rebound over for Oregon by Mike Sell. Deep catch, the turn, but no finish from Boley, and the rebound secured by Brink.
But in the first meeting, Oregon had success posting Erin Boley up. She has a size advantage against Hull.
Kiana Williams gets it over to Brink. Shot clock at 10. Williams splits the D, pulls up and hits. A little 4-0 start for Stanford. Their defense is fantastic. You can see the pressure already. No clean passes on this possession for Oregon as the 3 drops for Tahina Paopao, and a much-needed make there for the freshman point guard.
Yeah, that's certainly going to be a confidence booster for Paopao coming off a game where she struggled from the floor. You saw Stanford trapping the on-ball screen with Paopao. She's going to have to be able to navigate around that.
Has not shot it well of late.
And you see Oregon in their 2-3 zone after a make. They tend to come back in zone defense. Nice defense by Paopao.
Paopao navigating, eyes up, shovels back. Boley's 3, no. Long rebound flagged down by Anna Wilson. Brink's jumper is good. Cameron Brink has really been coming on, starting to get more minutes. This is a freshman to watch.
Yeah, it's listed at 6'4", but I think she's closer to 6'5". Great job by Paopao to see Brink coming over with her long arm, going to the other side of the rim so she doesn't get her shot blocked.
How about the start from these freshmen thus far? Paopao and Brink right out of the gates.
Yeah, especially because this is an Oregon team who's had some struggles in their last 4 or 5 games.
Sabali, good D initially, and then the follow is good from Jones.
Haley Jones has a really good knack to finish around the rim that time with her back to the basket.
Had 17 and 10 on Saturday in a win against Oregon State. Straight on 3 is short from Sabali. Boley had it for a moment, got it back, and it's going to be a jump ball with Oregon owning the possession arrow. Kelly Graves in his 7th season as head coach of the Ducks. All 4 of his team's losses have come against teams that are in the top 11 of the AP poll. The defense has been good. The offense, the shooting specifically, has gone cold of late for Oregon.
And that's the opposite of what we're used to with Oregon. Their offense was never the problem. The question was always on the defensive end of the floor.
Wilson waited for help. The little floater, too strong from Hull, and the rebound taken in by Sabali. Sabali capable and comfortable taking it up the floor. Here's Paopao. Sabali working against Brink. Finds the open shooter. No good on a wing 3. And Stanford controls.
Sydney Parrish coming off a game where she was 1 for 10 against Arizona.
And Kiana Williams connects on her second field goal of the first quarter, a 10-5 Stanford lead. Oregon last played last Monday against Arizona, a 20-point loss as that banker goes for Taylor Mikesell.
And what a huge confidence boost that has to be for Taylor Mikesell. She is a player who doesn't typically struggle from the three-point line. She has, so she gets her first shot from inside 3 to go.
You saw those numbers last 3 games, how much she struggled just from the floor in general. But to Rebecca's point, as Jones too strong on that, Mikesell just 4 of 29 from 3 in the last 7 games entering this one. For someone who has just been an incredible three-point shooter, both at her career in Maryland and here with Oregon as well. That time Sabally couldn't hang on to the dribble, and it's out of bounds off of her. As Brink took the contact, will step aside. Stanford a 3-point lead. How about the freshman Cameron Brink?
Yeah, Cameron Brink is a talented young player, and on the other side, you got another young talent, Tahina Paopao, doing her thing. We got a 3-point game.
The power of one.
Every minute, a woman is diagnosed with cancer.
One mother,
One daughter. One wife.
The KYAL Cancer Fund is working to stop the clock.
$1.
one drug, one life.
Support the KYAL Cancer Fund in partnership with the WBCA and the V Foundation for Cancer Research. Donate at kyal.com.
We've certainly all had our lives touched by cancer, mine included. My mother passed away from cancer in 2011, so absolutely appreciate what the KYAL Cancer Fund is doing to help fund the fight against this disease.
And you'll see a lot of the players in tonight's game wearing the Aunt Pearl KD 13s, done especially for the KYAL Fund and for these players in this game. Beautiful sneaker as well, I have to say. I mean, it's gorgeous.
It is.
Stanford, a 10-7 lead on Oregon. 4:10 to go in this first quarter. Paopau's gotten off to a nice start for Oregon. Paopao, 5 to shoot behind the back handle. How about the crossover? The setup, Sabally couldn't get it in over Brink, and it's a shot clock violation.
Really nice penetrate, and then by Paopao in finding Sabally, but Cameron Brink is such a shot blocking presence. We saw a couple possessions ago, Sabally got the ball on the block, did not have any interest in going one-on-one against Brink.
That 3 is good. Anna Wilson, who has really found her three-point stroke this season, 42% from downtown. She had been just a 30% three-point shooter in her career, but she has been a serious threat this year.
Yeah, always a terrific defender, and this year not a liability from the three-point line at all, shooting 42%.
That corner 3 is good. Paopao from the corner.
How confident does Tahina Paopao look so far in this game, Ryan?
Absolutely fantastic as Brink walked. And Stanford turns it over to Oregon.
Nice penetrating kick by Taylor Mikesell, and Paopao has just enough space over the outstretched arm of Anna Wilson.
Sedona Prince checks into the game for Oregon.
A whole different look for Oregon now on the offensive end of the floor. This is 2 bigs. It's more of a power lineup than their 4-out guards when Sedona Prince is not in the game.
Well, and that was one of the interesting things, Rebecca, talking with Kelly Graves, saying even this deep into the season, we don't really know our identity yet. We don't know, are we better if we just play big, or should we be playing small? Something he's still trying to figure out.
Yeah, when they go small, it's with Boley at the 4. They use more pick and roll, spread the floor. With this lineup, they're going to look to go inside and high-low.
Williams directing traffic. Brink comes with a screen. Wilson, not that time. Too strong. Long board. Pow-pow. Pow-pow with 8 of Oregon's 10 points thus far. And a whistle underneath is going to go the other way as Sedona Prince locked up with Brink. The last 5 games, Pow-pow really struggled. 27% from the floor as far as her shot goes. 3 of 16 from 3. And interestingly, Rebecca, Kelly Graves told us the story that he just the other day actually sent Pow-pow the box scores of a stretch Sabrina Ionescu went through her freshman year around the same time period as that 3 goes in. Stanford a 6-point lead. And how, just to basically tell her, hey, if Sabrina went through this, so can you, and it's going to be okay.
Yeah, and she's been struggling with her shot, but she's done a great job taking care of the basketball. Still high assists. But it certainly has to help knowing that one of the greatest to ever do it also had some struggles her freshman year.
Williams traveled there, and Stanford turns it over. Now, this was the Sabrina struggles, where she shot 33% from the floor during an 11-game stretch in which Oregon went just 6 and 5. You know, things, they turned out just fine for Sabrina.
I would say so.
Meanwhile, we saw Hannah Jump hit that 3. You do not want to leave that young woman open. She is electric from downtown. As Brink secures the rebound for Stanford, out there with Williams, Jump, Wilson, as well as Jones.
And now Sabally out of the lineup, but Giomi in. So Oregon's front line is 6'7", 6'6".
Pow-pow the rebound. Under a minute to go in the first. Around the screen from Giomi. Pow-pow flicks it out to Prince. Giomi turns, scoop, left it short. Brink the rebound. That's 5 rebounds already in this first quarter for Cameron Brink. On the attack, layup won't go for Jump. And rebound taken by Oregon. Shot clock turned off, and the Ducks can hold for a final shot here. Pow-pow taking her time. You can hear the dribbles against the hardwood at Matthew Knight Arena. No fans in Oregon for these games. Deep catch, the turn by Prince. Couldn't finish, loose ball. 1 second left, the 3. No good on the last second attempt from Jazz Shelley. And that'll do it for the first. Stanford, a 16-10 lead after 1. Well, there have been changing of the guard throughout this season when it comes to the #1 team in the country. South Carolina for a week, Stanford for 6 weeks, Louisville took the crown for 3 weeks, back to South Carolina, then Paige Becker said, nah, I'm gonna take that back. And UConn is the #1 team in the nation now, as revealed by the new AP Top 25 poll today. Make sure you stay tuned at halftime, where we will reveal who the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee has as its top 16 seeds if the season were to end today. I know Rebecca is foregoing her halftime snacks so that she can stay tuned for that.
I can eat snacks and watch halftime, Ryan. Come on.
Williams banks it in.
How good has Williams been? She has really been able to get dribble penetration, to get into the paint, to score. She has a nice floater, can get it over the top of bigger defenders.
And what did Tara Vanderveer tell us? Key is our key.
Yes.
Oregon has not scored in the last 4+ minutes. Shelley spins it out to Prince. Her three is good. Well, you just see the movements of Sedona Prince and you're like, wow, she can do a lot on the floor. Skills for days.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes her special is she has a feathery touch on her face-up jump shot. A very good passer, high-low. Good when she gets doubled to pass it out to the perimeter as well.
Brink turns, dishes. Nice vision from Brink. Pass wasn't handled initially. Jump got it back to Brink. Here's Williams with one to shoot. Floats it in. Beautiful awareness there from Kiana Williams, who's 4 for 4.
Yeah, she's a really smart player. She is a gamer, and yeah, that floater, usually a little closer than that, but she gets it to drop.
A 20-13 Stanford lead. You could see the way Giomi was sagged off of there on the wing. Now wants it underneath. That was a difficult entry feed, and it's going to be a jump ball.
And right now, for
Oregon,
with Dugalich in the game, they go 6'4", 6'6", 6'7".
Super Tuesday features a Big Ten matchup this week beginning at 7. Michigan State faces Purdue. The Spartans are trying to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive. See if they can do so on Super Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Well, how about Pow Pow? Another three, beating the shot clock. Brink banks it in.
Just poise and good patience Brink does when she gets the ball on the block, sees if she has double team coming or if it's single defender. She's also really good when she catches it at the high post.
And a whistle underneath on the entry pass.
Number 33, Hannah Jump, her first foul,
What a start for Tahina Pow Pow. 11 points, 4 of 4 from the floor, 3 of 3 from 3. Rest of Oregon just 2 for 12.
I mean, where would they be without the freshman point guard right now?
On the follow, won't go from Dugalich. And a whistle is going to go against Oregon. Sedona Prince will get called for the foul. That is going to be number 2 on Prince, who just hit her first career 3 a moment ago. And so Prince will check out with the 2 fouls. Right now, Stanford with Wilson, Hull, Brink, Williams, and Jones on the floor. Lexi Hull. Sabali, Shelley, Pow Pow, Boley, and Dugalich, the 5 for Oregon. Jones, the attack, the body, can't bank it in. Rebound slapped away and into the arms of Oregon. Trying to fend off, and a foul's called against Boley as Wilson, who does those scrappy things on the defensive end, takes the charge.
Yeah, Anna Wilson is one of the best defenders in the Pac-12, and Boley extends that right arm. Anna Wilson, great job moving her feet and staying in front of her.
Jones is looking into Williams. Williams floats to Brink. That's easy work for Cameron Brink on a gorgeous delivery from Kiana Williams, and Kelly Graves is going to take a timeout.
When you get the defense to make a mistake, 2 hedge out hard, Cameron Brink makes them pay. Stanford up by 8.
I'll tell you what, Rebecca, Stanford.
And Stanford's got them 14-2 in the paint.
Yeah, that's really good. I'll tee you up for that.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Here in the second quarter, Stanford has its largest lead. It's an 8-point cushion over Oregon, 24-16. Oregon's last 3 field goals have come from 3 as Sabali could not finesse that one in. And Rebecca, Stanford has seemed to own the paint early in this game.
Yeah, which is interesting because Oregon has gone with the big lineup, but Stanford, as they get it into the paint again, have been able to score inside. It's been plays like that. It's been dribble penetration by Kiana Williams getting into the paint. 14-2 right now, 16-2 for Stanford in terms of points in the paint.
Shelley stops, dishes, and Brink on the floor for it. Possession arrow belongs to Stanford. Well, you could see Brink in the middle of everything. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, a block already for a young woman who was the number 3 recruit in the country this season. Jones knew where Brink was. Brink couldn't finish it. Boy, every game you watch, Haley Jones has at least 1 or 2 passes that you just marvel at.
Yeah, she has terrific court vision, a high basketball IQ, and with her height, she can see open players and make the pass. And finally, Niara Sabali getting on the scoreboard. Stanford's having no problem at all with Oregon's extended pressure defense.
Yeah, that time they turn it over. Cameron Brink is actually the goddaughter of Sonia and Dell Curry, the parents of Steph Curry. And Cameron, she is all in when it comes to commitment to this craft. She actually works with Susan Borchard, who started the athlete blueprint, as that 3 is out of bounds off of Stanford. And Susan, who once was the strength and conditioning coach at Stanford about 10 years ago, whose husband Curtis works with her as well and played at Stanford. I mean, she works with some big-time WNBA talent. Sue Bird, Brianna Stewart, Nneka Ogwumike, Kelsey Plum. You talk to any of them about the work that Susan does, they will tell you she has transformed their careers. Cameron Brink getting in there early. She's worked with Curtis, Susan's husband, since she was a freshman in high school, working on post work. This is somebody very dedicated to the craft.
Yeah, without question. I mean, usually players don't get that kind of help until they're in the WNBA.
The fall away is good for Lexi Hull. Her first bucket of the game. An 18-2 edge in the paint for Stanford. That 16-footer, too strong. Secured by Belibi, getting into the game for the first time in this first half. Jones runner is good. And Oregon needs another timeout. Stanford's largest lead. It has swelled to 12. Thursday Night Hoops is in the Big Ten this week at 7 p.m. Eastern. Number 11 Iowa takes on number 21 Wisconsin for a top 25 matchup. Iowa has won an NCAA best 5 games against AP top 25 opponents this season already. Big Ten men's basketball, Thursday 7 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Ryan Rucco, Rebecca Lobo with you. Appreciate you hanging out with us on a Monday night here on ESPN. Stanford a 30-18 lead in the second quarter. A 10-2 Stanford run. They're 7 of 10 from the floor in this second quarter. And coming up with a steal here, Lexi Hull always bringing energy, getting her paw in there.
Yeah, and a great job to be there for help side defense, doubling in on the post.
Williams will fire and hit from 3.
Because Ryan, key is key.
Yes. I didn't know if you were going to finish it.
I didn't know if you were playing along.
Yeah, I was.
I mean, Kiana Williams, so good on the day. 11 points already, 5 for 5. Deep range. See who has switched out on her. Sabally had and shoots over her.
Can we try that again, Rebecca?
Because Ryan, key is...
Key.
Thank you.
The floater drops in, ending a 13-2 Standford run. Kiana Williams, by the way, is 5 for 5 from the floor, 11 points in this first half. To the player Tara Vanderveer said is key to their success. Belibi surrounded, passes out of it. Here's Williams. Williams bounces to the corner. Hull is fouled by Sabally. That will be the first personal on Sabally, who has 4 turnovers in this first half and is just 1 of 5 from the floor. Has not had an easy time against the interior of Standford.
Yes, has some struggles on the offensive end, Ryan, but also defensively trying to get out and close out on the perimeter.
Lacey Hull dishes it back to Williams. Williams didn't want the screen yet from Brink. Now finds Hull on a 3, too strong from Lexi. Rebound flag down from Pow Pow. Pow Pow 11 points. Her 3 is short, and a whistle is going to stay right here. Loose ball foul against Standford.
Foul shot number 12 is Cardinal. Lexi Hull, her first foul.
Rebecca, is there anything in particular you've seen with Oregon and their shooting struggles? Not just tonight, where they're 8 of 25 from the floor, but in this recent stretch?
They're getting pretty good shots, Ryan, and it's the same types of shots that they were getting earlier in the season that they were able to hit. But today, Stanford's defense has been tremendous. They have forced Oregon into shooting the shots that, for the most part, Standford wants them taking.
Giomi finishes on the interior that time. One thing Kelly Graves did say about the shooting struggles of late, said he actually thinks it's a big-time confidence issue. As Brink can't finish, and then had it poked away nicely by Sabally. Here comes Pow Pow. Oregon trying to cut a little closer before the end of the half. These are the struggles last 5 games offensively for Oregon as Sabally rims out. The putback won't go from Giomi. Sabally misses again, but finally gets that one to drop.
And that's been another issue for them, Ryan, is they've gotten looks inside, looks in the paint that they haven't been able to get to drop. On that possession, they finally did on the last rebound by Sabally, but they've not only had struggles from long range, they've had some struggles finishing easy ones inside as well.
Back to single digits. Brink got bumped. No, it's a travel as Cameron Brink turns it over for the first time tonight. And an opportunity here, Rebecca, for Oregon, already on a 6-0 run, try and creep a little closer before the half.
Yeah, they've already got it to single digits. That's where you want to be there, or even better, going into the half after you've had some struggles offensively.
The floater is good by Mike Sell, and it's an 8-0 Oregon run. One last chance here for Standford before the half. Two seconds left. That's out of bounds to Oregon with 2.4 remaining. Kelly Graves applauding the effort. Nice response here from the Ducks at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, certainly really good energy that time on defensively by Oregon, getting Sedona Prince into the game. If you're going to look to pass it in long, get your 6-7 presence inside.
The heave, and that's going to do it for the second quarter. Oregon an 8-0 run to end the half, but it's Standford who has a 7-point lead. Let's send things over to Kelsey Riggs. Carolyn, we saw Standford have a 15-point lead towards the final minutes of that first half, but Oregon ends it on an 8-0 run, a much more manageable deficit now for the Ducks to begin this second half.
Yeah, Oregon did a better job of keeping Stanford in front of them in the latter part of that first half. But in this second half, Oregon, you would think, would need to try to establish a presence in the paint. Kiana Williams and Stanford were able to get inside more effectively than Oregon was in that first half.
You see the shooting numbers. Stanford shot it at 56% from the floor, Oregon at 35%. And if you're wondering, wow, it's the third quarter already. Yes, there was no free throws shot in that first half. So, yeah, it did fly by as Sabally begins the third quarter with a bucket. And it is now a 10-0 run extending back to the end of the second. Catch and fire from Hull is short. Able to follow it up, though. Bounce it beautifully to Jones, and a nice hustle play from Lexi Hull.
Yeah, Stanford's interior passing has been terrific all game long. Even in close quarters, they've been able to make the extra pass for good looks.
Sabally rims out, rebound Brink, her 7th. Here comes Williams. Williams 3, rims off, was halfway down and spun out of there. Here comes Pow Pow. Pow Pow using the Sabally screen. Better pronounced as a screen, but you know, there might have been some yelling in there.
Great job, Stanford defense again, collapsing inside.
And Brink finishes on the interior. 10 points now for the freshman Cameron Brink. A +10 advantage for Stanford in the paint. It was at one point an 18-2 advantage, though. So Oregon has closed the gap some as that 3 sidewinds off the rim. Aaron Boley, whose three-point shooting has taken a dip of late as well. Williams tried to set it up for Brink, and it's going to be a jump ball with Stanford controlling possession.
Getting inside, just a really nice job. Kiana Williams to Cameron Brink. They've done a really good job every time they've gotten into the paint. If an extra pass is there, they are making it. Another nice drive by Hull.
Hull finishes on the interior and right back to 11 for Stanford. Nice response here from Stanford after Oregon had found a little rhythm. That banks in from Sydney Parrish, who got her first start, the number 8 recruit in the nation. Was 2020's Miss Basketball in Indiana. Brink on the floor again. Wilson zings it across. 7 to shoot. Williams with 4 to shoot. Williams short on the jumper. And the rebound controlled by Pow Pow. Sabally hands it off. Parrish lines it up and knocks it down from 3.
Again, effective by Oregon to get some dribble penetration and the kick out.
Back to 6. Jones to the corner. Hull got fouled on the floor, which gives us a chance to let you know that Super Tuesday features a Big Ten matchup this week. Beginning at 7, Michigan State faces Purdue. The Spartans are trying to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive. See if they can do so on Super Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Brink, nice look inside to Hull, who finishes.
And Ryan, when the ball gets inside, the players continue to move and cut, and that's why Stanford has been able to get those great interior passes. Nice defense again by Hull.
Yeah, the activity of Lexi Hull has been terrific here in this third quarter. Again, she was cutting Rebecca, but this time it's going to end up in a jump, and Oregon has the possession arrow.
That's so much of what Stanford does, is they move and cut and find rhythm on the offensive end. But when the ball goes inside and the player who has it turns her back, It's a perfect opportunity to cut once your defender turns her head. Hull with a nice job of it there.
Pow around the screen from Sabali, just couldn't quite finish it with the left hand. Brink facing up, dishing out. Williams doubled. Williams pressed, dribbles out of it, lost the handle, into the arms of Oregon. Good D there from the Ducks.
Yeah, and a great job of double teaming Kiana Williams on the perimeter off of the on-ball screen.
Oregon.
Here, Kelly Graves like it from the sideline.
Parrish, nice little step inside, couldn't get the roll. Rebound secured by Hull. You know, that's the one benefit, right, of not having the fans, hearing those sounds, like Kelly Graves so clearly.
It's one of the benefits for us and anybody watching at home, that's for sure.
A jump ball and a timeout on the floor. Well, at ESPN, we are celebrating Black History always. Sonia Jarvis, the first black female athlete at Stanford, was the captain of the varsity basketball team 1974-1975, was a member of the Stanford Jazz Band, started college at 16, graduated in 3 years with a double major, went on to Yale Law School, and actually worked in the Clinton administration on the President's Initiative on Race. Sonia Jarvis, a pioneer at Stanford. In the third quarter, Stanford has an 8-point lead on Oregon, 41-33. 4:56 to go in the third, and that is going to be another jump ball. Rebecca, I haven't been keeping the tally, but does it feel like a high jump ball night to you?
It's as high of a jump ball night as it is low in free throw attempts.
Yeah, the amount of free throw attempts in this game, in case you're just joining us, 0. That three is good. Jazz Shelley connects from downtown. 5-point game. Oregon has shot it better after their struggles of late, especially from 3. They're 6 of 13 tonight.
And I thought starting at the end of the second quarter, now into the third quarter, Oregon's defense has been much more active. We saw them trapping Kiana Williams in some on-ball screens. Williams was out for a minute, but she's back in now, but just better activity defensively for Oregon.
That won't go. Rebound secured by Sedona Prince. Out there with Pau, Boley, Shelley, and Sydney Parrish for Oregon. Give and go in traffic, and there wasn't enough space there. Pau. Hey, Rebecca, guess what?
Another jump ball, Ryan.
That's right. It's a big jump ball night. Stanford wins it this time. Haley Jones back into the game for Stanford as Jana Van Gittenbeek goes to the bench. Gittenbeek has seen minutes here or there, playing about 9 a game when she gets in for Stanford.
Rocky foul charge number 30, the Cardinal. Haley Jones.
3:45 to go in this third. It had looked like Stanford was about to run away at the end of the second quarter, and then Oregon went on an 8-0 run to end the quarter, and it's been back and forth here in the third. A chance here for Oregon to creep closer. They have not led in this game. Oh, nice hands there from Hull. Lexi Hull has had a massive impact on this third. Williams 3, no. Rebound taken by Oregon. Shelley cut off by Williams.
A couple possessions in a row where I thought Sedona Prince had Brink on her back, but her guard simply couldn't get her the basketball.
Deep catch here, the turn, and Giomi finishes. It is now a 3-point game.
And if your guards can't get the ball inside because they don't have the vision to see, you go 6'7" to 6'6".
Brink too strong, right back to her on the deflection. Hull penetrates, reverses no. Brink the rebound, lost it, taken away by Oregon. 2-on-1 developing. And the pass, not a good one. Pau fought to get it back, but could not. Now Williams bounces off a body. Euro steps in and draws the foul.
It's not great spacing on the 2-on-1 by Oregon, but a great job for Standford defensively to be able to bust it up, and then Kiana Williams drawing the third foul on Sedona Prince.
This is the first free throw attempt of the game. You know what we call this kind of game, Rebecca?
A fun fill night for studio?
No, well, yes, that, but also a dream come true for people with a red eye.
You know, it's going to impress me if our graphics people can, next time we have a jump ball, put the strip across the bottom and let us know how many jump balls it's been.
All right.
Go ahead,
That's
Harris. That's your challenge.
Harris Fabishoff can do just about anything in the truck, so I wouldn't put it past him. Prince can't finish. Another chance here. That three is good. Taylor Mikesell connects from downtown. It's a 2-point game.
And how about
Mikesell is, she's found her stroke tonight now, 4 of 4.
Player who's been struggling, and she got herself going in the first half by getting dribble penetration and getting floaters up, and now the 3-point game going.
Hull turns it over. Pau dishes. Prince can't finish. Rebound taken by Jones, knocked away by Shelley. Out of bounds off Oregon.
Yeah, Taylor Mikesell has been struggling from the perimeter, but she has been effective from the field today. Gets a 3 to go. How does her bench feel about it? Pretty good.
Tara Vanderveer's team holding on to a 2-point lead. Had led by 15 towards the end of the second. Hull turns the corner, double, scoops it up wildly. It's out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be out of bounds off of Jones, I thought, but they'll say it stays with Standford. And Jones's effort on the glass wins Standford the possession back. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
Off the right hand of Oregon. That three from Hull is good. Stanford's first field goal in more than 5 minutes. Pau. Over to Mikesell, another three, short. Good box out there from Belibi for the rebound. Williams works around the double. Good hands, though, from Oregon. And then Pau just throws it away. She was trying to lead Shelley and could not.
Ryan, do you notice, though, the different attention, the amount of attention that Oregon is sending defensively anytime Kiana Williams puts the ball on the deck?
Yeah, and another jump ball there. Wins the possession back for Oregon. "15-second difference, game and shot clock." That's going to be a travel as Oregon turns it over. Dugalich on the turnover. About a 1.6-second difference, game and shot clock here. Oregon possession. Stanford saw their lead shrink to 2. Oregon had a chance to tie. Prince missed a little leaner. Hull hit a 3, and it's a 5-point Stanford lead. Williams wisely letting it wind. Belibi spins and travels as Standford turns it over as well. Both of these teams have been careless with the basketball tonight. You saw the turnover graphic a moment ago. 15 turnovers apiece as Oregon tries to make something of this final possession of the third. Pow doesn't get it off in time. We're set up for a fourth quarter that should be fun. 5-point game as we go to the fourth, Rebecca.
And Oregon getting a little bit from the inside, a little from the out. First, Giomi in the paint, and then Taylor Mikesell breaking out of her shooting slump in a big, big way.
The NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN.
Well, we will see you in San Antonio for the tournament this season. We know it's going to be a single site this year. Can't wait for the Final Four. Can't wait for the action. And we got a little taste of what's to come with the unveiling of the top 16 seeds if the season were to end today by the tournament committee. Here's Region 1 and Region 4 with Oregon a 3 seed in Region 4. Meanwhile, how about Region 2 and Region 3? South Carolina, Stanford, the 2-1 seeds in those regions as we begin the fourth quarter between Stanford and Oregon, a 5-point Stanford lead. Rebecca, what was your biggest takeaway just looking at what the committee released today?
Similar to Charlie Kareem's, was a surprise at where Baylor was, because I certainly wouldn't want them to be my 3 seed. They are talented enough to make it to the Final Four.
Sabali came over with what looked like a rejection, but instead called for the foul. And Hull is going to shoot free throws. Well, Baylor's resume, 16-2. Their only losses against Arkansas. Who's had some very quality wins. And Iowa State.
And important to keep in mind that Iowa State loss came after they had a pause for COVID. They were missing some players, including Dejanay Carrington, who's been outstanding off the bench. And Alyssa Smith is one of my favorite players in women's college basketball to watch. This is a terrific defensive team. They are not a team you want to run into in a regional.
47-41, Stanford in front of Oregon. Lexi Hull now with 10 points, 5 rebounds. Those were just the third and fourth free throws attempted of the game. Sabali facing up, working on Brink to the corner. A 3 is good. Taylor Mikesell has found her stroke again. Last 3 games was 5 of 28 from the floor. She's 5 for 6 tonight. Good hands there by Boley, couldn't quite corral it. Now in the corner, a 3, no good, short. Offensive rebound, Jones, the putback won't go. Here comes Pow Pow. Pow Pow blazing into the front court, sets up Boley. She got it, tie game at 47. Oregon has hit its last 5 threes, tying this game at 47. Brink going to work, denied by Sabali. The Ducks have not led tonight. Could change here. Pow Pow, no. And Hull the rebound. Williams dances her way to the corner and connects on a long 2.
How about Kiana Williams? That's what she can do. She makes big shots, and it's not the end of the game yet, but Stanford needed that one to quiet the run.
Pow Pow just lost her footing. Is okay, though. Sabali over Brink, squeezes it in.
Oregon, a team that seemed like they've had a crisis of confidence ever since their loss at Arizona. And you can see it growing throughout the course of this game, Ryan.
Getting that confidence back. Kelly Graves told us we could use a win like this against Stanford or UCLA. We win a game like that, and that might be what we need to get our confidence and spring us to the way we need to finish.
And Oregon is a different team on the offensive end of the floor when their shots are dropping.
Jones, another offensive
spacing.
rebound. Yeah, Hull can't finish. Rebound taken by Mike Sill. Oregon, another chance to claim its first lead of the game. Shelley over to Pow Pow. Now Sabali trying to find the cutter and threw it away to Hull. More defensive activity from Hull. Jones can't control it, and Stanford gives it back. Now 16 turnovers apiece for these two teams. .49 all, under 6:30 to go. Sabali, deep catch, got fouled, and Oregon will shoot its first free throws of the game with 6:18 to go in the fourth and a chance to take its first lead. And there it is.
Last couple possessions, it looked like Oregon was trying to isolate Sabali on the block. The previous possession, she had a turnover passing. This time it was like, all right, I'm not passing anymore. And able to get to the free throw line after the foul on Brink.
A 10-2 Oregon run. Stanford has gone cold, missing 12 of their last 15 shots. Williams got fouled by Sabali. That'll be number 3 on Sabali. There have not been many fouls in this game, so nobody has more than 3. Lacey Hull giving it up. Getting it back. Williams, a deep one. No good. Another rebound from Lexi Hull. Her 7th rebound of the night. Shot clock at 5. Catch, fire, no. Offensive rebound, Brink, then had it taken away by Boley.
And Ryan, there's been times this season where Stanford has struggled offensively going against zones, and when Oregon can score, they can set up their zone. They go zone on a make, man on a miss.
Pow Pow on the attack, squeezes it to the corner for Shelley. Shelley will hoist. No. Rebound, Stanford. Under 5 minutes to go. Williams, beautiful setup to Brink, who ties it for Stanford.
Once again, Kiana Williams using her quickness to penetrate by her defender, get inside the paint, and make the right pass.
12 points, 9 rebounds for Brink. Mike Sell cutting, dishing. Boley fading and hitting. Oregon back in front by 2. 4:20 to go in the fourth. Fun game. Brink on the block. Doubled, passes out of it. Williams on the attack. Flips it up and off. Rebound, fought for. Jones again on the offensive glass. And I believe Jones traveled. And Stanford turns it over. Oregon with a 2-point lead. They've erased a 15-point deficit. Final minutes coming up. You're watching the Pac-12 on ESPN.
Here we go.
This is about as good as it gets.
Well, we are all looking forward to championship week coming up. Meanwhile, Oregon has been a different team in the second half. Really started right at the end of the second quarter, but you see the stark difference. And Oregon trailed by 15 with 3:11 left in the second. They have a 2-point lead with the basketball, under 4 to go. What's been the biggest difference in the second half for Oregon, Rebecca?
I thought it started at the end of the first half with their increased energy on the defensive end of the floor, and that led to extra energy on the offensive end. And of course, when you're hitting shots, that always makes a difference.
Sure does. Jazz Shelley connecting from downtown. And Oregon's lead is 5. They are 6 for 9 from 3 in the second half. Standford is just 1 for 9. Brink, the turn, and the finish. Wow.
Cameron Brink with Erin Boley on her back, one-on-one, had the size advantage. Nice move.
14 points for Brink. Pow trying to weave away from Williams. Sabally was looking inside. Shot clock is down to 5. Sabally forced it up. No, the follow is good.
Niara Sabally has had success when she's pulled Brink away from the basket and looked for dribble penetration. She's only had it a couple times, but she's succeeded.
Hull, a 3 is good. A big one for Standford. It's a 2-point game. And how about the second half from Lexi Hull?
Yeah, 2 times now she's had big answers from 3 when Standford has needed it.
2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Oregon by 2. Sabally looking for Boley, turning, fading, got fouled, and Erin Boley is going to shoot a pair. Hey, Thursday Night Hoops is in the Big Ten this week at 7 p.m. Eastern. Number 11 Iowa takes on number 21 Wisconsin. Big Ten men's basketball Thursday at 7 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Erin Boley, a player who has become much more comfortable this year, taking 2-point shots and getting inside with her back to the basket. She loves that fade over the right shoulder. It's what got her to the free throw line here.
Hits both free throws. Just the 3rd and 4th free throws taken by Oregon all game. It's a 4-point Ducks lead. Williams connects on the jumper.
She recognized there was no help side coming up off of that horn screen. You got to get on Kiana Williams. She's too good in these moments.
Mike Sell gets the whistle. Brink could not believe it. Thought she had the rejection, but instead it's going to be a foul and shots.
Did she get her on the arm, Ryan? I couldn't tell.
I think she did. I think she caught her on the wrist as Mike Sell misses the free throw. Her first miss of the year from the line was 18 of 18.
Tara Vanderveer was talking to us about Cameron Brink, and she said she does everything well, including foul. She has to stay on the floor for us.
3-point game. Williams connects, tying it up at 61.
Time and time again over the course of her career, that is what we have seen from Kiana Williams. She hits big shots in big moments.
Mike Sell, it's not going to count. An offensive foul against Standford, against Sabally, her 4th.
Niara Sabally stepping out to set the screen. Yes, you could have gotten away with the first one, but not the second. And here for Standford, ball in Kiana Williams' hands.
7th turnover for Sabally, and that is going to be a jump ball. Oregon has the possession arrow. They win it back. 10th jump ball of the night. You asked the truck to deliver. You knew they would. Tied at 61, under a minute to go. Shelley, a 3, rims off, rebound Jones, Standford ball.
While it was a quick shot, at least they will most likely get the ball back if they can get a stop here and then secure the defensive board.
Would have been interesting if Standford tried to rush it to get a 2-for-1 themselves. They did not. Jones finds the cutter. What a feed! Hull got it into Brink, and Brink is fouled and will shoot 2 after a gorgeous pass from Lacey Hull.
Ryan, we've seen this throughout the course of the night for Standford. In close quarters, when they get touches in the paint, they've done a great job of making the extra pass. Oh, great pass.
The freshman Brink hits the first. She's at 66% from the line this season. These are her first free throws tonight. Brink hits them both. Standford back up by 2. Oregon will take a timeout. 27.4 left in the fourth. Well, tonight on SportsCenter with SVP, after our game, plenty going on. And Bad Beats is always awesome. You want to listen to that. SportsCenter with SVP coming up next on ESPN and the app. 27.4 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Oregon with the ball, down 2. Stanford has a foul to give. Oregon 1 timeout remaining. Rebecca, strategy here for Oregon.
I certainly would like to see Oregon take the ball at the basket, get something going early.
Pow finds the shooter. Mikesell off on a 3. Rebound popped in the air. Back to Mikesell. Oregon couldn't get it out to the perimeter. It's stolen by Hull, and she is fouled. Mikesell was trying to find Pow on the wing, and the deflection forced the steal, and now Hull will go to the line to try and make this a 4-point game.
I like the look he had. Kelly Graves has to love the look that he got on the offensive end. An open 3 for his best shooter on the night.
Hull misses the first. Lacey Hull is now 3 for 8 from the line this season. Oregon does have 1 timeout remaining. The second, nowhere near good. Rebound secured, timeout taken, and Oregon has another chance here, down 2 with 11.3 to go. Stanford 63, Oregon 61. The Ducks just spending their final timeout. Down 2, got a great look a moment ago, Rebecca. How does Oregon orchestrate this possession with 11.3 left?
With the ball in Pow's hands, you can either just give her the space to create and try to go to the rim, or you can set an on-ball screen for her. But if you're Stanford, it is important to know that you have that foul to give, because once Oregon gets a bit of a head of steam, puts the ball on the floor, you can use that foul to give. Then Kelly Graves won't be able to set up because he doesn't have any timeouts left.
63-61, Stanford in front. Oregon now out of timeouts. Mikesell got a very clean look moments ago from 3, could not hit. Lacey Hull came up with a big defensive play, but then missed the 2 free throws. And so now new life for Oregon. Shelley will inbound out there with Mikesell, Pow, Boley, and Prince. Oregon down 2. Shelley gets it into Prince. And a foul given immediately by Brink. 9.3 to go. Yeah, Rebecca, she had her stuck there, right?
Yeah, Sedona Prince, her back was to the basket. Let some more time go off the clock.
Here is Pow. 7 seconds left. Pow with Oregon down 2. Pow falls and travels. Oregon travels and turns it over with 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter.
Kelly Graves looking for Tahina Pau to use the screen up top. She does, and as she's turning the corner, just slips on that same spot of the floor. But a great job by Kiana Williams to move her feet and stay right with the freshman.
Standford basketball now. 2.5 left in this fourth. Oregon is out of timeouts. Critical, because even if they immediately foul and Standford was to miss a free throw or two, Oregon no longer has a timeout to advance the basketball. Jones will inbound. Jones gets it into Hull, and Hull dribbles it out. Standford escapes. 63-61 the final. A scintillating game in Eugene.